What's up guys, it's Supercar Blondie. I'm here in one of my favorite ever hypercars. Oh my god! I want to show you what makes this car so special. I've got my hands on this car thanks to Exotic Motors here in the UAE. It's not the easiest car to get in and out of. Look how brand new it is. It has all of the plastic still on here in the steering wheel. And look at this beautiful spec, black on black with all of this carbon fiber here. All on the door panel as well. Isn't that gorgeous? You can't go wrong with black on black. Okay, now, let me tell you why this is one of my favorite hypercars and what makes this so special. This is the brand new Ford GT. What makes this car so incredibly unusual is that you have to apply to own one of these cars. Now, even if you had all of the money in the world, you still cannot just go and buy one of these cars. Ford Motors has to give you that allocation. So when it first came out in 2017, it cost around $500,000, and you want to purchase one from the second-hand market, it would cost you about $1 million or more. And this is a Ford, you guys, a Ford. How crazy is that? I just have to say, this is one of my favorite looking hypercars. I absolutely love it. Like, I love cars that make people think. When they see this coming, they're like, what is that? And no one would ever really guess a Ford unless you really know your cars, right? When you see a Lamborghini drive by, you're like, yeah, that's a Lamborghini. Ferrari drive by, pretty much you're gonna guess it's a Ferrari. You can't really know unless you know your supercars, and that's what I really love about this. And just look at the design, you guys. I have to show you with doors up straight away. Right here, that kind of clicks open and then you pull up. There you go. And over this massive sill, you slide. So that's quite wide, so that's not the easiest entrance, but who cares? It looks amazing, so whatever. I actually applied to buy one of these cars. They ask you what previous Fords you've owned, what your racing history is, what your social media presence is, and what your public profile is. I mean, they don't want to just give this car to someone and then have their image taint the brand of the car, right? So they want to make sure they're giving it to people who are going to represent Ford in a very good manner. I actually got offered an allocation for this car when it was coming out, like the second batch coming out, and back then I couldn't afford it. I'd kind of bet on paying about $500,000 for it, and even that was like a stretch. I was like, oh, I really want it. Can I put aside the money? But then when the second batch came out, it was even more expensive. So I was like, oh, my heart was being ripped out. So I had to say no. I had to turn down an allocation. This is super cool wing. So this wing actually comes out at high speeds, and there's not a button just to push it down again. What has to happen is you have to drive it slowly for a period of time, and then it will just come down on its own. Around the back here, this is just my favorite view of this car. If you just stand around here, to me, and I think maybe I'm the only person that sees this, it looks like a dragon's nose. I don't know, that's just what it reminds me of. Like these things, these are the nostrils, and this is the nose going back here. I don't know if you see that, do you? Absolutely love it. The other cool thing is, the air also flows from this air intake here through, and you won't have seen this before, through the back headlights. Look at that. That I have never seen before. This is the key. Look, just a normal like Ford key. GT written on it. And then to open this back part, you just press here. It's even got twice on it. There you go. Lift this up. And you can see the massive trunk space we're working with. Look at this. Isn't that ridiculous? You literally can't fit anything in there. All right, there you go. There's a hat. That's all you can fit in there. That is the smallest trunk I've ever seen on a supercar or a hypercar. And then you can see up here, that's what we're working with. This is a 3.5 litre twin turbo V6 and it pumps out 647 horsepower. The new ones that have just come out in 2020 have about 13 horsepower more. So that goes up to about 660 horsepower. Right, let's close her up. And you know what, guys? It is currently about 45 degrees here in Dubai, and I stupidly have worn a long grey t-shirt. So I have to run upstairs and change my t-shirt so we can keep this video going, okay? Don't ever wear grey in 45 degree heat, okay? Not great. All right, I'll catch you guys in a sec. Ta-da! Okay, new shirt, new me. Okay, let's keep going. I got some cool stuff to show you. This is where it gets really cool, the buttons and the features. All right, let's close these doors. First things first. This is pretty cool. Massive thank you to my friends at Exotic Cars here in Dubai. This car is actually for sale through them. If you press lock here on the key, it actually shows you here on the digital screen if it's locked. Unlock and lock. The other cool thing that I've never noticed on a car before is the side mirrors are asymmetric. So you see the distance here between this mirror and this mirror. I've got my exact measuring tape here, look. Look at this. The distance is only this. Now if you slide in here, and let's take this wrap off, this seat is actually locked in position. You cannot move it forward. Instead what you do, there's a little fabric pull cord here. If you pull this, the pedals actually move towards you. See how far forward the pedals come? There you go. I'm still a little bit too far back here, but what I can do is I can move this seat, just the back part of it, towards, oh, that's granny style right there, hang on a minute. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes, perfect. Do not touch display panel during installation to be removed by the customer. That's a moment, isn't it? Once you get this car, you're just like, oh, it's mine. Oh, and you peel that off and you throw it to the wind and you take off in the sunset. That's what I'd do. And then obviously I'd go back, pick it up off the ground and put it in the bin. All you need to do is press the start button. It's that easy. Put on the brake and vehicle is on. How's it sound around the back? Well, it's very simple to use. In order to go into drive, you just switch this around to D. The coolest button on this car is right here. In supercars, it usually takes maybe like 5 to 10 seconds to raise the front. This one literally goes boom, boom. It actually raises both the front and the back. Currently it's in sports mode. If you just pull this around, it goes into track mode. And when you put it in track mode, it automatically drops the car. So it's ready to go onto the track. Yes! So cool. Alright, seatbelt on, first gear, parking brake off, let's go. Oh! Sounds amazing! Car is made for the track, but I could easily drive this on the daily. Oh, 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds, you guys. And top speed of 248 kilometers an hour. Oh my God. Is it worth $800,000? Look, there are a lot of other really nice cars you can get for $800,000. I mean, even to get like a 488 Pista Ferrari, is like $330,000, so you could get 3 Ferrari Pistas or this car right here. That's a hard call. I do love this car. Love it, love it, love it. It's so exclusive. Okay, the reason why the price keeps going up and up is because they're only ever making 1,350 of these. They originally wanted to make 1,000 of them, but there was so much demand that they thought, right, we can't let down too many more people, so let's add another 350 units. Make up your own mind whether or not you think it's worth the price tag. It is a Ford after all. However, I think that actually makes it more special because you have a Ford hypercar. You just like say, oh, what car do you have? I have Ford. Oh yeah, cool, cool, whatever, Ford Fiesta, yeah. No! The Ford GT with 640 horsepower and this and that, goes 0 to 103.2 seconds, looks like freaking dragon. And then just like your mind is like, wow, can't believe Ford makes this. This is just amazing. All right, thanks for watching. Give us a quick thumbs up, join the Supercar Blondie family, and much love as always to my fam who have already joined me. Bye guys.